You do solemnly swear the testimony you're about to give in this section shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
You may be seated. May I please have you state and spell your first and last name for the record?
First name is Steavie, Steavie. Last name is Felabom, Felabom.
Ma'am, how are you employed?
As a senior crime scene analyst for LVMPD.
We just heard from Jeff Scott. Do you have similar qualifications and backgrounds as Mr. Scott?
Yes, sir.
Were you the relief crime scene analyst that responded to 2204 Maple Shade Street in Henderson?
Yes, sir.
And did you document with your own photographs, but also reviewed all of the photographs taken at that crime scene prior to your testimony here today?
Yes.
I'm going to go through some of those photographs here and start with 93. What are we looking at? Oop. You, Jessica. So, not that you'll need it for this one, but that mouse up there can allow you to point. It just don't click it, okay? What is this?
That's going to be the exterior of the residence.
I guess we should go, I'll do 95 first. 95. What does this appear to be?
The northeast master bedroom.
Now, or is it shot from the opposite direction?
Yes.
Sitting on top of that case over here, there appears to be a container for a bottle of Dom Perrigon.
Yes.
96. What are we looking at?
That's going to be the dresser on the opposite side of the same bedroom.
And at the bottom here,
There were several books pulled out when I arrived.
one of them is Compton Street Legend. One of them is Murder Rap. The last one is The Confused Mind of a Drug Dealer.
Yes.
Is that a yes?
Yes.
In addition, 097, was there a Vibe magazine?
Yes.
Did you wind up collecting the Compton Street Legend and the Vibe magazine?
Yes.
Now in the garage, 098, there were two bins.
Yes.
And when those bins were opened, 100, I bet you this is 99 first. Try 99. Looked like a number of personal effects that were kept from those.
Yes, sir.
And number 100. Bottom one also had a bunch of personal effects.
Yes.
Do you know what happened to those two containers at the scene?
The detectives recovered them.
So detectives took those two bins and left the scene.
Correct.
To exhibit number 101. What are we looking at here?
That was a jacket in one of the closets.
And on the left, well, I guess we'll zoom in just a little bit. On the left side, it looks like it says Regg 64 trays, and on the right side, it says Keefe D.
Yes.
And then if we skip to 103, the back of it is Southside, City of Compton.
Yes.
After you collect an item, do you photograph it either at the scene or back at the lab.
Yes.
Showing you 104. What are you looking at?
That's the photograph that I took of the Compton Street Legend book once I had recovered it and taken it back to the lab.
And then 105.
It's the back of the same book.
$106.
It's the copy of the Vibe magazine after I had recovered it and taken it back to the lab.
And 107.
It's the date and barcode on the cover.
So it looks like the November '96 edition of the Vibe magazine.
Correct.
Oh, ma'am. Previously opened off keys, but let me show you. State's proposed exhibit number 148. Is that your evidence package from that night?
Yes.
And among what else you recovered, would you expect to find both the book and the Vibe magazine inside there had it still been sealed?
Yes.
Well, let me start first with the Vibe magazine. This is State's proposed exhibit number 140. And which is, you recognize the bag on the outside?
Yes.
And what is that?
That's the identifying information that we put on interior packages to include the event number, my IP number and initials, the date that it was recovered, and the item number.
And then I'm going to show you now 140A. What is that?
That looks like the Vibe magazine that I recovered.
That's the actual Vibe magazine you wound up recovering out of that house.
If it came from that package, yes.
Move to admit 140A.
Any objection?
No objection.
So admitted.
I'm going to show you the outside of this. This is, 139. You recognize that?
Yes, same identifying information, listing it as my item number too.
If you pull that item out, what would you expect to find?
The Compton Street Legend book.
Showing it to you, 139A. Does that appear to be the book?
Yes.
And I want to show you, you took pictures of the front and the back.
Correct.
The back has no picture on it, right?
No photograph now.
Okay, it just has some words.
Yes.
And then if you flip through this entire book, there's no interior pictures in this book. Does that seem accurate?
Yes, sir.
Because I moved in 148, correct?
Any objection?
Oh, I think I did move.
They already moved in. Okay, thank you.
I think the rest of this, we've agreed we're not going to move it. So
Understood.
I would pass this.
You may cross.
I have no objection. All of them? Yeah, I don't even.
Ms. Felabom,
Yes, sir.
how long have you been a crime scene analyst?
About 9 years.
And during that time period, these kinds of searches would be standard operating procedure for you.
Consistent with the detectives, yes.
Yeah. And once again, with regard to your training experience, when you are conducting this kind of investigation, you're looking for things of evidentiary value, right?
Yes, sir.
Now, the evidentiary value part, though, is dependent upon what you learn at the scene from the primary officer or the detective that's conducting the search.
Correct.
And so whatever you're doing is within the parameters that they're asking for.
Yes.
Now, in this case, we've seen some pictures of some books and a jacket. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And when you arrived on scene, you were on scene for the later half or the latter half of the search.
Yes.
You weren't there for the beginning part of the search.
No, sir.
So the photographs you took are photographs that were of the areas and the rooms in the house after the search had been conducted. Fair to say, of course, is that each room was in disarray.
The search had already been started, yes, sir.
Yeah, and you don't know what they look like prior to you arriving on scene, but definitely after there's things strewn around.
Yes, sir.
In your 9 years of experience as a crime scene analyst, when officers are conducting a search, they typically will be as thorough as they can be to look through everything in an area.
Yes.
Do they ever return those things back to how they found it before they entered into the room or the house?
I would say it depends on the level to which they've moved everything. If the entire closet's been emptied, they don't typically put everything back.
They do not typically put everything down.
Not typically, no, sir.
Okay, so you don't have any photographs that you took after everything was over where the room was put back into place, how these police officers found it?
I have photos immediately before we left the residence after they'd finished searching, but not with everything placed as officers found it.
I see. And so what you were documenting basically was, for lack of a better word, the thoroughness of each police officer's search of each room.
The state that we left it in when we were clearing, yes, sir.
Okay. Now, some of the things that we were showing in this case, did you ever at any point find electronics or were asked to take pictures of electronics at the residence?
I believe the only electronic item I photoed was a laptop in the shed. All of the others were photoed by CSA Scott.
But as far as you know and what you recall, there were electronics found at the house, like say, I don't know, iPads, and laptops, that kind of thing.
Laptops, definitely. I'm not sure what other types.
But you're not the crime scene analyst that would have captured that and put that into evidence?
I didn't recover the laptop itself, no, sir.
Okay. And as far as you know, do you know how many electronics were in the house when you were there?
I don't.
Do you know whose responsibility that would have been?
Whoever was in charge of the search warrant, they had it listed on the return.
And just for the jury's edification, a return is a document that's left at the house or the area to notify the owner that certain items were taken as a result of the search.
Yes, sir.
So it's almost like a receipt.
Yes.
And your job really stops with regards to the actual search itself. You don't do anything further when you go back to your office with Metro or anything like that.
Aside from impounding whatever I recover, no, sir.
Okay. And just for our edification, when something's impounded, the concern, of course, is to maintain what's called chain of custody, right? Meaning that if you find something on scene, you want to make sure that that piece of evidence is exactly how it was as you found it at the scene and not molested or changed or anything like that. Right. So sometimes, like in other investigations, you might have gloves on to protect you from transferring DNA or fingerprints onto the actual item of interest.
I'm usually always wearing gloves, but yes, different DNA considerations.
And so when you're telling us that you went back to make sure that certain items were impounded, items that you had taken and put it into an evidence baggie,
Yes, sir.
you took that to the evidence vault.
I would have sealed it, and then we have a temporary hold that's locked. So I would have sealed it with all the identifying information and then placed it in that hold, and an evidence technician would have continued the chain of custody.
And in terms of sealing it, you have a certain tape, color of tape that you would put on the opening of the packaging to indicate that it's been sealed by you.
Yes, sir. Ours is red, and then I sign that with my initials and the date that I'm sealing it.
I see. And then do you put your initials on the actual tape itself or somewhere on the tape side of the?
Across the tape and the package, so if it's moved, it's evident.
Okay. And now at some point in the future, if someone comes on, they can go into that evidence vault and remove your package out, right?
If they check it out, yes, sir.
And if they were to open it, they would have to open it from some other side of the packaging.
Typically, yes.
And then when they seal it to return it back to the evidence vault, they would actually put a different type of tape on it to indicate it came from somewhere else.
I've seen red and blue used, so depending on the circumstance, yes.
Okay. Now, the bins of photographs that we see in the pictures, and I think this is State's Exhibit number 109, 99.
Sorry.
Showing you what's been marked in already as State's Exhibit number 100. This is one of the photographs you took.
Yes,
Did you rifle through or look through those photographs to see what was in them?
I did not know.
That would have been somebody else's responsibility.
Yes, sir.
You're just there to take a picture of what was in it.
Yes, sir.
Now, showing you what's been marked and admitted as State's Exhibit number 99. Is this the other bin that was in the garage that you took a picture of?
Yes,
Okay. And once again, these are bins that you are directed to by detectives to take pictures of. Okay. Showing you what's been marked and admitted as State's Exhibit number 98. Do you see over here on the top right, these are the two bins over here that we're talking about, right?
yes,
Do you see this bin over here?
yes.
Did you ever take a picture of what was inside that bin?
I don't believe so.
Okay, so the what we have in terms of evidence in this case would have been the State's Exhibit number 99 and 100, but not Exhibit number 98.
I'm sorry, what's your question, sir?
Meaning that we have the open bins for, this would be 99 and 100, but not for this particular bin over here.
As far as items recovered, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, I'm showing you, if I may approach your honor,
You may.
I'm showing you what's been marked as proposed defense exhibits F through WU. If you could just look through those photographs real quick. You just kind of remember.
There's also, I told Mr. Champ I'd stick with it for the mission. F through E.
Okay. Do you want to just have them admitted on it this time?
She might want to still review.
Okay.
I believe these are a mixture of both mine and CSA Scott's photos
Okay,
from inside the residence, but they're consistent
all right.
with the residence.
And just with regards to the record, this has been admitted by stipulation between the state and the defense, and that would be Defense Exhibit F through Defense Exhibit UU.
They will now be admitted.
Will now be admitted?
Yeah.
Thank you, Honor. All right, and just for our edification, showing you just for a couple photographs here, this would be Defense Exhibit G. Here you can see what we're talking about. This would have been a photograph taken after the search of the house.
I believe so, yes.
Defense Exhibit I, as in Isaac, is that another photograph taken after the search of the house?
That appears so, yes.
This is defense exhibit J. Another photograph taken.
Yes.
Along with that, this is defense exhibit K. Another photograph.
Yes, sir.
Defense exhibit L.
Yes.
Defense exhibit M.
Yes.
Okay. Your Honor, I have no further questions. Thank you very much.
Okay. Anything further by the state?
No.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, any questions for this witness? Seeing no hands, Ms. Felabom, you're free to go. Thank you so much for being with us today.